Hey buddies, it's your Ninja Thunder Z96 and today, we are going to determine whether it is worth it to keep as many rainbow event before it ends or to trade it off as many as you can before the hype died down. Before I start, for those who wanted to learn more about trading values, remember to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell for the latest updates, tips and giveaway events on Loomian Legacy. Also, I would like to thank all 93 buddies who have participated in this poll, and I will be using this poll in a minute to discuss about the future values, demands and extrapolating the amount of rainbow events captured when the event ends. Of course, since out of an average of 12 to 14,000 players per day playing Loomian Legacy and only 93 of you have voted, the data shown here will not be very accurate, alright. Hence, in future events, I do wish more players to leave a vote so that I can give a more accurate estimate of the amount of rare event Loomians captured. Currently, the value of rainbow shawchi is approximately 2 gammas to 5 gammas, where the better natures like pure smart and pure nimbles are around 4 to 5 gammas. On the other hand, rainbow varis are at least a gleam roam value, where the better natures such as pure clever, pure nimble or pure brawny are at least a gleam roam value to a max of 1.5 gr value if you are lucky. As for gleam and gamma rainbow shawchi, value-wise is very unstable right now, but I can give you an estimate as of the 19th of June 2022. For gleam rainbow shawchi, it ranges from 10 to 20 plus gleam roam value, and for gamma rainbow shawchi it ranges from 80 to 100 plus gleam roam value. All these values are subjected to get huge overpays since it is very unstable right now. For ESA rainbow shawchi, I believe it might be at least 5 gr or more, since for now, not many players are trading ESA rainbow shawchi. There are a few factors affecting the values of various rainbow events in the future, and all these tips do apply in other event Loomians as well. Firstly, the amount of rare event Loomians captured. For instance, at the start of the event, the value of rainbow shawchi rise as high as a gleam roam value before it slowly dropped to several gammas and lastly 2 to 5 gamma value. Reason-wise is because over time, the number of players getting a rainbow shawchi is higher, and you can see it based on the poll that I have made on YouTube. Next, the hype over time. Giving you another example of Halloween Dusket, where you have 1 in 2,000 chance of encountering it. If you have the charm, it would be 1 in 1,000 chance, which is similar to rainbow shawchi encounter rate. However, throughout the event and even after the event, many players are still looking for Halloween Dusket due to 3 reasons: using it as a hunting Loomian, having a cool fire effect with various colors, and flexing it to others as a saddle. As such, this hype carried on and continued throughout the gameplay. Because of that, you can see that the value of different natures Halloween Dusket rose by a lot as compared to during the event itself, where it's worth 0.8 to a gamma value. Lastly, inactive players. There is always a trend where after every update or events, the player count will drop to an average of 2,000 players. As such, the players who have event Loomians are not trading it off after event. That's where you have to take into account that the number of players selling event Loomians over time will drop eventually. That's where traders may overpay for event Loomians, and eventually, the value of event Loomians will increase, alright. Giving another example of event Geklos such as Sapphire ones. There's only a few that exists due to several inactive players, and if you take a look at Discord trades or in-game trades, you rarely see anyone selling Sapphire Geklos. Over time, that's where the value starts to increase due to the amount of Sapphire Geklo available in-game is ridiculously low. After knowing these factors that may affect the future values of event Loomians, we will move on to evaluate the value worth based on the data that I have gotten. I will also be referring to a few past event Loomians demand as a close comparison as well. Do watch till the end because all these tips may tell you how to predict those values, alright. Here's a pie chart based on 93 buddies that have voted under the community tab, and this is after a week of grinding from the event. If we were to assume that this pie chart represents the average number of 12,000 players playing Loomian Legacy each day, close to 6,000 of us own a rainbow shawchi, and some of us might be owning more than 1 rainbow shawchi. So, let's assume that there's a multiplier factor of 6. That gives 36,000 rainbow shawchis captured in game. Knowing the rough estimated amount and where this event will go on for 2 more weeks, it will reach a peak amount of 108,000 rainbow varis or less. Note that over time, the number of players playing it will drop to an average of 4,000 to 6,000 players. With many rainbow shawchis captured in game, You can roughly guess that after the event, many players will be selling them, thinking that it will rise by a lot. Next, let us look at the hype. Do you see a lot of us desperately looking for one? Compared to Rainbow Vari, what is the hype like? Is the design of Rainbow Shawchi good or bad? Does everyone like it? Asking yourself these questions give you a rough gauge of how's the demand going to be and perhaps in the future. With lots of Rainbow Shawchis captured and many players selling them in addition to a lower demand over time, I strongly believe that the value of Rainbow Shawchi will increase slightly or remain stagnant even after the event. However, demand-wise, it might not be very good and hence, it's not worth to collect as many Rainbow Shawchi during the event alright. One example will be Halloween Protogon, where it started at a high value around 5 Gleam Roam and shortly after, 3 to 5 Gamma values and now, to around 2 to 5 Gamma value with a fairly bad demand. Looking at the number of Rainbow Varis captured, currently, till now we have an average of 2,280 Rainbow Varis caught in game. Assuming a multiplier factor of 1 only since it's difficult to encounter it often, after the event we will get a peak amount of 6,840 Rainbow Varis or less. Take note that the player count will drop over time. Comparing with Rainbow Shawchis, Rainbow Varis are much lower in supply. As such, after the event, the amount of players selling Rainbow Varis are much lower than Rainbow Shawchis. Moving on to the hype of it. I strongly believe that most of us log into the game just to hunt for Rainbow Vari. Only to find out where there's Rainbow Shawchi, the hype for Rainbow Shawchi began. However, most of our goal is to get the Rainbow Vari, since not many of us can get Rainbow Dusket and Rainbow Twillet previously and so, this is a great opportunity for many of us to obtain one. Also, the design and coloration itself is very cool. Not only that, you can evolve Rainbow Varis into other forms as well. As a result, some collectors and hunters will be hunting for several Rainbow Varis alright. This also explains the demand for Rainbow Vari is still high after a week into the event. And over time, it will decrease to 0.8 to 1.2 GR value before event ends and will increase slowly back up to 2 GR value after several months. Reason-wise as to why Rainbow Vari's demand will come back up is because Tundrolan will be coming back perhaps around December if there isn't any snow weather update and that's where you will be able to sell it at a higher value. Hence, for those who have watched this video, I strongly recommend you to keep or trade in some Rainbow Varis and wait till a few months after the event and thereafter, selling it off at a higher value. That's all I would like to say in this video and remember to trade in as many Rainbow Varis as possible during the event. Also, do note that some rich traders may collude and hijack Rainbow event values by monopolizing them in order to increase the value. However, this collusion amongst rich traders is only applicable to Rainbow Varis since it's difficult for them to monopolize all Rainbow Shawchis. For Gleam Rainbow and Gamma Rainbow Shawchis, it's best to trade in during this event because it will definitely increase by tenfold a few months after the event. For ESA Rainbow Shawchi, I suggest you to trade off during this event as it is unstable right now. So, you will definitely get huge overpays for it. A few months after the event, it may have a pretty bad demand which is similar to SA Halloween Protogon's case alright. If you chose to take a risk by keeping all Rainbow events or do not wish to follow what I have said, I wouldn't force you alright. Also, for those who have tons of Mystic Wands in your bag, trade them off quickly during this event before the hype for Rainbow Shawchi died down. Lastly, remember to leave a like and share it to your friends who are trading Rainbow events. Cheers.